proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket, where Husker wrestlers bring you all the action. Don't stall. Stevens & Smith Construction is here to help you build a concrete foundation for the win. Check us out at www.stevensandsmith.com because stalling is a penalty and winning is the only option.
Not many businesses can say they've made it 60 years, but Madsen's Bowling and Billiards can. With 12 bowling lanes and the biggest pool room in Nebraska, where else would you go to enjoy an afternoon or evening? There's a great daily specials like $2 Tuesdays, games of bowling, shoe rentals, draft beers, and tacos, all just $2 each. Have a delicious burger at EJ's Lounge before or after your bowling or pool session, and you'll leave satisfied. Madsen's Bowling and Billiards at 47th and Dudley.
What's it take to be a mentor with big brothers, big sisters? It takes 30 minutes and a cup of coffee. A video game, best 2 out of 3. It takes sharing thumbs up emojis, clapping emojis, and loaded nachos at halftime. That's how you make an impact on a young kid's life. So go on, share a few hours a month, because mentorship may sound huge, but the truth is, it takes little to be big.
To learn more, volunteer or donate, go to bbbslincoln.org.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Are you a skilled mechanic looking for your next big opportunity? Constructors is hiring. We're looking for experienced mechanics to join our family-owned team. We offer competitive wages, great benefits, brand new service trucks, OEM-level diagnostic software, and career growth opportunities. Positions include lead and A-level mechanics for our shop and multiple field technicians. If you're driven and ready to grow with a company that's been around since 1908, apply today at constructorslincoln.com.
Hey there, fellas. It's your girl, Jordan, with Sartor Heyman Jewelry. Let's talk commitment. And what better way to do that than with some shiny, sparkly jewelry? Am I right? Now, I'm not suggesting you have to rush, but if you're considering making a significant move, do your planning. We offer financing and payment plans. Lock down your selection with confidence. Until next time, this is Jordan at Sartor Heyman Jewelry. Happy shopping, guys.
This just in, hot off the bench press. Planet Fitness has added new strength equipment. Save $28 or more when you join today, and you can be one of the first to try it out. We're raising the bar with new benches, and our new hack squat will have you actually looking forward to leg day. Plus, we're still repping all of the best-in-class equipment we've always had, with most clubs open 24 hours, so you can work out your way on your time. So let's do this. Join Planet Fitness today and save $28 or more. Just $1 down, $15 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends January 10th. See Home Club for details.
This is On the Block with Strick and Austin. Nebraska Basketball Hall of Famer and 9-year NBA vet, Eric Strickland.
Strickland for three. You're going to go out of here as the Big 8 tournament champion.
Middle school basketball coaching legend and Duke basketball shooting coach in his mind, Austin Orman. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Presented by NIPCO. This is On the Block with Strick and Austin.
Oh, welcome in. Reunited, and it feels so good.
That part.
Stricky's back in studio. What's up, partner?
Gotcha.
I saw you Saturday. I couldn't believe my eyes.
Yeah, man.
And you're back again today.
See,
you're not going to leave me again,
listen,
are you?
man. The blockheads did not believe in Stricky. I'm a little disappointed.
They're haters.
They was having a little conversation with you on the Sartor Heyman text line and saying, "Hey, no, it was on
Twitter.
X. It was on X. Hey, did Stricky keep his word? Did he make it down?" Yes, I did. Stricky, if Stricky's listen, that's one of the things that I'm going to try to make sure I do is keep my word. That's one of the things I try to do. Like, you can't always, I'm not the guy that's going to sit here and say always, because that'd be a lie. I'd be lying to you. And I don't like to lie to the blockheads. You are human. Yeah, I don't like to lie to the blockheads. Yeah, I don't like to lie to them. So I try to, my word plays tries to be in order.
Mm-hmm. David from Renew says, spit that wisdom, Stricky.
Yeah. We're gonna talk about it today. We got a lot on the plate today.
But it was tricky. Look who else is with us.
Ellie, Oxenfree.
She made it to the big time.
Hold on, man.
She's not really break
never
now.
big timing you.
Well, it kind of felt like
Ellie
it.
is
Kinda felt
capable
like
of
it.
big time.
It kind of felt like it.
Yeah.
But Ellie, you are here. It has been forever. How
I
are
know.
you?
I'm good. It's a Monday. It feels like a normal Thursday that I'm in here, but it's Monday.
How many grams of caffeine are you running on right now?
I had one iced coffee when I went and got breakfast with my dad this morning. That's what I'm running on right now.
That's it.
Yeah.
For a
Just
non-morning person.
For a non-morning person, I
Wow.
actually it's all about just getting up. That's the hard part. And then from there up and down, I'm not tired right now, but we'll see.
Are you going to bed before 7 o'clock tonight?
I have been going to bed at 8:30.
Grandma
which is-
Ellie.
I'm not too
which
far
is
behind you.
not, that is, if you know me, that is not me.
I'm not far behind you at 9, so
Yeah.
I ain't far behind you.
Mm.
I will tell you though, this, Ellie, I did have to come out of this sweatshirt. You know why?
Why?
Because the block is hot. The block is hot. Hot, hot. The block is hot. It's hot in here, Ellie. And you know why?
Why?
The milk. Woo! Take care of their boy. You know what I'm saying? Nice little white mocha. You know, a little something. The milk.
That's what they do.
Straight here.
How many grams of caffeine are you working off with, Ricky? More than that?
A lot. Because I got more over here to my left.
Fair enough. I'm 24 ounces Mountain Dew deep right now. So
yeah.
I'm in that
School
boat.
hasn't started yet. So I'm in the midst of I can go home and
lay it
then
down.
Next Monday, that's when classes start. So I'm gonna have to.
Dang, y'all start early.
Uh-huh.
My brother went back today to the law school.
Wait, next Monday? But no,
Some
okay,
people
that's
are
the 12th,
6th.
right?
13th.
13. Oh, that's listen. We didn't get them kind of breaks.
No,
man.
you
That's
know,
the school
go back to
jump.
the 22nd or the 21st.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
go
that
back to the
part. I'm not
22nd.
happy about that.
21st.
Who?
UNL
When?
this year.
That's bull jump.
That part.
I'm not happy about that.
You want your NIL. I want my days off.
Facts.
Then you just have random what are you doing with that time?
Who cares? Figure it out.
Yeah.
I'll
Not
make
school.
something do with that time.
Well, find something. Get creative.
I'll do like Jamie Foxx said, make it do, or like Ray Charles said, I'll make it do what it do, baby.
It's the new
Make it
year,
do what it
guys.
do.
Have you guys been doing anything like New Year's resolutions or are you just the same old, same old?
Okay. I don't like Ellie to do resolutions, so to speak. I actually just go and set goals. So it's not a resolution because I believe resolutions can be kind of, kicked to the curb if you want to kick it to the curb. So I actually just kind of start setting specific goals for how I want things to look, how business goals, did a lot of writing, spiritual goals, things I want to, maybe go and do, like take a couple of trips this year, like my boy Austin doesn't like me to do when I hit the international waters.
It's not that I don't like you to do it. It's just I miss you, Stricky.
Oh,
I you see my partner.
But Stricky still taps in. That's the one thing
Stricky
you
does
can't
still
say
tap in.
about Stricky.
Stricky
I'm going
always
to
taps
tell
in.
you that Stricky taps in. Pause. I do tap in though. Let me pause. Listen, Ellie, I was on a boat on the high seas.
I'm on.
And what did you I think we're doing a show and you were like, what's that behind you, Stricky? It was the window with, and you could see the water kind of going by, and you're kind of teasing me about that.
Uh-huh.
And on the boat, I was still doing shows. When I was in Turkey,
That's commitment.
when I was in Turkey, in Bodrum, in Dubrovnik, you know what's unique about Dubrovnik?
What?
Croatia. That's where they did shows for Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah.
In a lot of the castles
No
there.
way.
Need
Yeah.
to watch Game of Thrones.
Yeah. Classic. I need to get back on it. The new one. Like, I'm kind of a little short. They got another,
House of the Dragon.
Yeah, House of the Dragon.
Okay.
Mhm.
I need to catch up on it. But I still did shows. It was 2 a.m, 3 a.m. I was still doing shows. Yeah.
So what do you do?
Me and you hadn't, I don't think yet tapped in yet. I
No,
think it was
when I
still-
first got, so it was 2 years ago yesterday was our first show.
Yeah,
Stricky. It was
yeah.
pretty incredible.
It was
What
a little
a 2
before
years
you.
it's been.
but I was
I
still doing it.
think
It was
that
Bach, I
first
think.
week you were bouncing back and forth from like Miami to the UK.
Oh yeah.
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 London, I think you were
Yeah.
for a show or two.
Yeah. I was doing it from there. Right over there when we took that
Eh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that no, that was when I was going to Thailand.
No,
Wasn't it?
No. When I first got here, like I didn't see you for the first week or two that I worked here because you were doing remote shows.
Cap!
No, that's actual factual.
Hey, I would throw my cap in the air right now, like I normally do when Austin comes off the cuff and starts throwing cap around.
That ain't cap.
2 weeks, Austin?
It was at least 2 weeks that I didn't see you.
Ellie.
Because
get a cap and just toss it in there.
Because I saw you at the Nebraska-Iowa game in late December, right before we officially started working together.
Yeah.
And then you was Audi 500.
Okay, but you may be capping. Sometimes I cap, and Ellie always caps.
Straight facts.
But who doesn't cap? NEPCO.
Oh,
1907. They've been around. 1908. That's right. 1908. They've been
almost
around.
cap. We saved the cap.
Yeah, I saved the cap. That's right. Good call. Shout out to NEPCO. What is so special about NEPCO? Austin?
Well, Strick, their operations span the state of Nebraska and supply the construction industry with the materials needed to construct buildings, streets, and highways. They're a fourth-generation family-owned and operated business with over 1,200 employees in 26 companies throughout our great state of Nebraska.
That part. See, they just like we create a good supply and demand for good content here on 93.7 The Ticket. NEPCO supplies good supply and demand for all kinds of construction materials and everything all throughout the state as well.
NEPCO.
So that's why it's a great partnership.
That's
why it's a great partnership.
We appreciate it. 402-464-5685. Who was your player of the game for Nebraska against UCLA? Big
Did you
win,
even watch
Stricky.
it? Did they even watch it?
How would you not even watch a game like this?
How could you not watch? But let me tell you something. The atmosphere in the building was awesome.
You like it?
Especially without students in the house. I got to say that it was still a great atmosphere. I was impressed.
Mick Cronin, I went to his press conference after the game, and it was really interesting, Strick, because he led off with basically no excuses, right? He says, yeah, we were down a couple of guys. Eric Daly didn't play. And obviously, we wish Will Kyle III the best in his recovery. But he said, nope, doesn't matter that we're down two guys. That's not an excuse. We prepared the young guys. They just didn't take advantage of their opportunities. And he also said something that I think a lot of Husker fans took some umbrage with was, yeah, it was a good environment, but the quote from Mick Cronin was, so what? Someone cheers, you're going to shoot better? Or you're going to shoot worse? No, it's not how it works. Mick Cronin said his team didn't notice the environment, that it's just another Big Ten road environment. And Nebraska winning had more to do with Juwan Gary and Bryce Williams. Was that a dig at Nebraska's crowd, or was that just praise for Bryce and Juwan from Mick Cronin?
I think it's a wise thing to say, because when you go on the road, you should not hear. You should be playing with such an effort and such a high intensity, a level of intensity that the crowd should be quiet. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of the feeling that you want to have. So it is something. I mean, when you step to the free throw line, it's something that you have always practiced, you worked on. You shouldn't even hear them. When you're running plays, especially like for me, is even in the later, my pro career, you go into environments and it's loud, it's raucous, especially playoff environments, and you still got to billow out plays. So you can't hear it. Sometimes you notice things and you got to laugh. You know what I mean? But guys, I can tell you, there's guys like Michael Jordan. They hear because they use it. You know what I mean? I usually hear things from the beginning, and I kind of tune them out, because I've actually walked into stadiums. I've walked into stadiums where I've been playing, and there have been friends that live in different places that we had games or whatever, and they'd be from Nebraska, or they went to high school with me or something like that up in Minnesota. And I'm so focused, Austin, laser focused, tuned in, that they could call my name and I wouldn't hear them. And they'd be like, I called you. I was like, dang, I'm not bad. I didn't hear you. But then there's been times like pregame, you might be able to catch me, because after you go out and do your work, your pregame routine, as you're walking back off, you kind of relax a little bit. And so you might hear something. You know what I mean?
I get you.
So I understand how Mick Cronin feels and what he's saying in that.
Couple votes from the text line here. Bill and Bennett and Old Dad 34 Strick both say Sam Hoiberg was their player of the game. I thought Sam played pretty well. If you look at what he did, 7 points in 22 minutes for him, ends the game with 3 steals, 2 assists, 3 rebounds. hit a massive three from the corner to push Nebraska's lead from 4 to 7, and then hit a couple free throws late to extend the lead as well.
Big steals, too.
Big steals.
One transition steal, one as they were trying to get into some action on the left-hand side, anticipated, got there, got his. I love what he did because you've talked about him a little bit. How would he play? What would be his impact? And should he be out there? I mean, even us, when we happened to be up there, I think I came up and we were sitting there talking, and I had also mentioned, because I want you to address that because of what you said, but we were also talking, and there was one lineup in there that ended up actually being okay, that we were talking with like, who's going to score in this lineup right here? And it ended up working out because I guess defensively, rebound, execution, it ended up working out for him. It was a bad lineup, it looked like to me.
Oh, yeah. It's one that I'm not exactly comfortable with, but it worked in this type of game, right?
Yeah.
Defense first sort of lineup. I believe the lineup was Hoiberg and Ulis were on the floor together. I know it was Esijan, and I believe Juwan Gary was out there. I want to say it was Mia.
Morgan.
It was either Mia or Morgan.
One of the two.
And that's a fine lineup. It's okay, but it leaves you wondering where that offensive punch is. There's not a great on-ball creator, not great floor spacing necessarily.
I don't even think Esijan was in. There wasn't really a shooter in there. I think it was Ulis, Hoiberg.
Was Wooster in there too?
Yes. And Morgan.
And it was Juwan.
And I think Juwan. Yes. It was a weird, but it worked.
It worked. And
shout out to Fred Hoiberg. It worked.
And I want to be very clear to address what Strick is saying. I'm not trying to come off as anti-Sam Hoiberg, right?
No.
Love the dude.
Yeah.
He has a role on this team. But Sam's role is going to be maximized when he's doing what he did last night, right?
Friday or Saturday night.
Saturday night, exactly. Yeah. So Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, afternoon.
Sam's got to make threes.
Yeah, he's got to make open threes.
That is what burst him onto the scene a couple years ago at the end of the year, because he would be left open in transition, left open on the wing. He shot like 40% from three that year and added the steals and the hustle on top of it. But if Sam's going to be a non-factor from outside, it kills you.
Yeah.
Right? If Sam's been
and he's not going to get many opportunities.
Shooter. No.
So you're talking about maybe 6 opportunities, 6 at most,
right?
4 to 5. You got to hit at least 50% of those.
Yes.
Especially if they're going to be
wide open, catch and shoot.
Facts.
Exactly.
Facts.
Sam is a guy that Nebraska trusts on the floor late in games, right? Especially on defense. They want him guarding the other team's
one of the best
guard,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's wonderful. Fine. He's carved out a role for himself there. But guess what happens? You get a rebound, you get fouled, you got to hit your free throws. Again, that's what Sam did a couple of years ago. It's been a little shaky since then, but he went 2 for 2 at the free throw.
What has it been?
Shaky. But it worked out. He hit his free throws the other night. That is one of the most valuable games we've seen from Sam Hoiberg and Strick. We saw Sam Hoiberg's impact on a guy like Andrew Morgan. Rough first half for him. 5 turnovers. He came alive in the second half. He ends the game. Andrew Morgan does with 12 points in 21 minutes, including that the Sam Hoiberg jump the passing lane, steal, and score. Has 2 different and 1 opportunities. And he won a perfect 4 for 4 at the free throw line. Those 2 guys off the bench give Nebraska, I think it was a 23 to 15 or 16 advantage in bench points in a game that you and I both said was between a couple of deep teams. Nebraska's bench was better, and steals like those from Hoiberg and Morgan were what UCLA had made a living off of, but Nebraska had guys step up, do something they don't normally do, took advantage of it, boom, 8-point margin, they win.
Yes, no doubt about it. But when we look at this, Austin, at the end of the day, what does this mean for the tournament, for their tournament resume? What do you think it means? I have a little thought about it, but I want to hear what you think about this being a part of their tournament resume.
It's a big win. I saw a couple different bracketology sites, not the big name ones, but some accounts on Twitter that I follow and look at with it. They say a win like this moves Nebraska from the 8-9 line up to like the 7 line, mid-7, maybe a low 6 sort of range. Because Strick, yes, we talk about defending home court all the time. It's important. You can't afford to drop games like this at home. But the games that'll really change your resume are on the road, right? So Nebraska,
good point.
It wasn't a must win for Nebraska, but to get back to the tournament and improve seeding, you had to win this one to some degree. It helps you. It absolutely doesn't hurt you. But this is where, if you feel really good about Nebraska at home, because Strick, 20 in a row at Pinnacle Bank Arena. Got some challenges coming up. We'll see how long the streak lasts, but they've tied a school record right now with 20 straight. You got to win your games at home. You got to defend home court. But the real resume movers will come on the road. That's where you jump up a full seed line or two instead of move just 3 or 4 spots.
Well said. Well said. I look at it from this standpoint. I think it's still too early in not to evade the question, but I really do think it's still too early. Here's why. We all thought that it was a super great quad 1 win with Creighton going on the road, beating a ranked opponent, and it's starting to dissipate as far as the impact of that win right now, based on how Creighton's playing. So, yes, UCLA right now is playing quite well. It's still very early. They got a couple good wins against ranked opponents, both Gonzaga as well as Oregon. But then Oregon's fading early. So what is it going to look like around the mid part? That's when I think we can start kind of peeking in who's doing, because you don't want to be peaking early.
No.
You want to be peaking late. So for me, I don't want to put a pin in this moment of what I feel is the importance of that win right now, because we just don't know, because people can fall off the map. You know what that means. Yeah, they can fall off real quick, and that's when that impact could change, and you might need to make your shift and do something different.
Speaking of potentially peaking too early, Stricky, Nebraska goes the last 7 minutes and 15 seconds without a field goal in the game against UCLA. They find a way to win it just because they got to the free throw line, right? UCLA had to foul with Nebraska building up its lead. I don't remember if you were up or you had headed back to the studio at this point, but Strick, it felt to me like Nebraska went to stall ball, went to 1-4 low, single pick and roll way too early, right? Yes, they're trying to sit on a lead. Yes, they're trying to run clock, but this was a game that was difficult enough for Nebraska on the offensive end. Yeah, it was going to be a tough challenge for Nebraska to get good shots against UCLA, but UCLA cut it from a 10-point game down to a 4-point game. And I think part of that was Nebraska went into stall ball mode a little bit too early, threw off rhythm, threw off flow, and a team that shoots even just a little bit better than UCLA, that game's coming down to the wire. And
they got some good
like
looks.
An 8-point game. They
did. They got some good looks. And that's why, for me, Nebraska struggles a little bit, especially in late clock situations as well as clutch situations. In those situations where you want the clock to run, but the clock is still under 5 minutes, and you still got to execute and you still got to do things. To me, I believe Nebraska struggles because they are consistently running free flow offense. And I think for them, it needs to change depending on the makeup of the team. To me, they missed opportunities to get the ball to Mia. They missed opportunities to get the ball to Morgan. They had high lows. They had posts. They had posts with Mia on a guard.
Yeah, they had Sky Clark matched up on it.
Right,
never
with a hurt shoulder. Never touched it. And then you allow them to switch out. You had mismatches, and then you re-screen because you're running this free flow offense. You re-screen, which allows them to switch back into the normal type of good matchup for them. And then you get late clock and you struggle and you go to, and you're not built that way.
No.
Bryce is not built that way. None of them are built that way. But what I thought they did, even in the free flow, is you could tell they were running a season off of threes and really, really following him out, trailing him out. But he then did a couple things that I was actually surprised. Curl action. He would get the ball, turn tight on the corner,
drop off to Morgan for an and one.
Drop off for the and one, and then otherwise get good touch paint, or paint touch. And he was able to do something with it. I think they need to look at the teams that they're playing, Austin, figure out where their strengths, their weaknesses are, and then exploit it with at least 5 sets. And look, you put them in game by game. You still run your free flow stuff.
But when you 36 minutes.
Right? But when you need execution, there's things you want to be able to go to, because right now you're not even using Mia because you're not going to his strength. His strength is not the style that you're running in offense.
No.
But you need to have something for him to be able to take advantage of situations like that where you have a guard-heavy team. Bilodeau is really the only big guy outside of Mara. And Mara was rarely played. I like that young fella, though. I think he's gonna be big for them coming up. But yeah, man, that's the way I view it.
I don't think Nebraska was wrong to put the ball in Bryce Williams' hands late,
No.
but I don't think they put him in the best position to be successful against a long, aggressive defense that's going to get up and pressure him. That's where, Strick, I think either you If you want to get it to Bryce, you run your free flow until he gets the matchup that you want. Clear out, then let him go to work or something like that. I don't even
think clear out. Get him into a set where
that's what I was going to say.
Yeah, go ahead.
Raleigh Wooster. That's why you get a guy like this to initiate, to set up, to handle. You run Bryce off of something, let Bryce play off the ball instead of put it in his hands where he can get a bucket off the bounce, but you can make his life easier in a game where nothing was easy. Bryce Williams on the day, just 2 for 12.
Struggle.
And
that's not what he does.
It's not what he does. Yeah. And it was always going to be tough, right? There were some questionable shots he took, but I wouldn't have anyone except Bryce Williams take those, right? In a defensive game like this, yeah, there are going to be some tough shots. Numbers might not look pretty.
Yeah.
I don't think Nebraska did the best job, though, of necessarily playing to Bryce Williams' strength or putting him in position to succeed, especially if you want a bucket late. Yeah. Where was Bryce Williams with the ball in the mid-post? Where was Bryce Williams in the wing, right?
Yeah.
That's why you have a guy like Raleigh Wooster who handled the ball pressure really well to set stuff like this up to give Bryce Williams easy opportunities instead of, hey, Bryce, we're going to give you a high pick and roll. Go see what you can make of it.
Agreed. And to me, just to sum things up as we get ready to go to break, to me, one of the things we talk about, where do they need to improve? You can give a brief answer, but I'm gonna speak to mine real quick. Where I think they need to prove is I think as they have learned how to play basketball in the Big 12, similar to what you said, I'm going to let you say it. I also believe the way that they can improve and have success in the Big 10 is by way similar to Iowa. Iowa's figured out their mojo. They know they need to improve in some ways, but their success with 11-2s, 10-3, solid records, their success has been defense is key. To me, that's where Nebraska is going to have to make their mark. They're going to have to execute when it needs to be executed, and they have to win those categories that I talked about in the post-game show and that we've also talked about on the block. I think that's important for them in order to have success in the Big Ten.
And I think we saw another step of growth in that direction with a game like yesterday, right? Previous Nebraska teams that say they have a defensive identity maybe get too cute on offense or don't fully lean into it. UCLA comes in and sets the tone. But no, Nebraska leaned fully into defense, 24-24 at half.
Yeah.
Not a pretty game and a weird game of some really long runs in there. But no, I think that Nebraska took another step in the right direction of leaning into that identity. And that's where, Strick, tomorrow at Iowa. Fascinating game. We're definitely going to talk about that a little bit more tomorrow. I don't want to shortchange our next segment, so we'll go to break there. Some news for Husker football out of the portal and on the coaching staff. We'll get into that to wrap up hour one over the next half an hour or so. NFL playoff field, we'll get into that at 3 o'clock. And Victor Wembanyama of the San Antonio Spurs is putting up numbers. Is the alien changing the league like we thought he might? All that and more coming up in hour two. Don't go anywhere. This is On the Block, brought to you by Nebco on 93.7 The Ticket.
Follow Austin Strick and On the Block on Twitter at Austin Orman, eStrick20, and On the Block 93.7. More of On the Block coming up.
Salt Mine City is now open at 8th and R in the Haymarket. Come check out Lincoln's newest brewery with 12 beers on tap, including the popular Single Axle Light American Lager, Brick Street Amber Wheat, and so many more. There's daily drink specials like $1 off Moscow Mules on Tuesdays, $6 IPAs on Fridays, and $6 Bloody Marys on Saturdays. Stop by Tuesday through Thursday from 4 to 9 p.m., Fridays 4 to 11 p.m., Saturdays 11 a.m. to 11 p.m., and Sundays from noon to 8 p.m. It's Salt Mine City, Lincoln's newest brewery at 8th and R.
Garage doors can break down or quit working at the worst times. At Doors Plus, they understand that a broken garage sometimes means repair and not replace. Sometimes, all you need to make your door like new again is a few bolts, realignment, or even new balance. Trust the pros at Doors Plus to handle your garage door repair the right way so you can get on with your busy schedule. Visit them online at doorsplusllc.com or give them a call at 402-590-5800. Attention all wing fans! Buffalo Wings and Rings has daily specials that will make you want to stop in on all days of the week. Kids eat free on Mondays, and on Tuesdays, enjoy 89-cent boneless or traditional wings at a price that makes the whole family happy. And come back on Wednesdays for $1.29 chicken tenders all day long. Get to Wings and Rings today at 68th and O or in Williamsburg Village. Automotive Solutions is Lincoln's one-stop shop for all your vehicle needs. from vinyl wraps to engine repair and maintenance. Automotive Solution offers fleet services as well as printing and graphic design for vinyl applications, plus installation of vinyl for boats, trucks, cars, and anything else you want wrapped. Perfection is their standard, and they never settle for less. Call today at 531-249-5600 or go to automotivesolutionslincoln.com to learn more. That's Automotive Solutions, 2040 Southwest 5th Street in Lincoln. Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in, temperature-controlled, high-end wine bar. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for wine, beer, spirits, and cigars. Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services is here to help you protect things that are most important to you. Whether it's your home, your family, or your future, Jack Russell has the proven experience to get the job done while developing an authentic relationship with you. Give Jack a call today at 402-491-9100 and learn how you can excel in the complicated world of insurance. Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services, a trusted and well-respected representative since 1999.
Are you a skilled mechanic looking for your next big opportunity? Constructors is hiring. We're looking for experienced mechanics to join our family-owned team. We offer competitive wages, great benefits, brand new service trucks, OEM-level diagnostic software, and career growth opportunities. Positions include lead and A-level mechanics for our shop and multiple field technicians. If you're driven and ready to grow with a company that's been around since 1908, apply today at constructorslincoln.com.
Things that impair you come in many different shapes and sizes. Some are the shape of beer and liquor bottles. Others look like cigarettes but aren't cigarettes at all. These are the things we know impair us, the things our parents warned us about. What we're not always aware of is our new prescription or the over-the-counter medicine we picked up just for allergies or a bad cold. See, it doesn't just matter how much of a substance you take. If you are impaired, driving is deceptively dangerous. Don't drive impaired. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Hey everyone, Lance here with Black Label. We specialize in creating custom crafted decks, pergolas, patio covers, and more. Plus, our retractable screens, gazebos, and patio enclosures create the ultimate outdoor retreat. With over 50 years of combined experience, we're not just builders, we're creators of unforgettable memories.
Call them today at 402-730-6333 or visit blacklabelbuilt.com for a free consultation.
Let's turn your backyard dreams into reality.
Black Label Built, built to serve, built to last.
Hey there, fellas. It's your girl, Jordan, with Sartor Heyman Jewelry. Let's talk commitment. And what better way to do that than with some shiny, sparkly jewelry? Am I right? Now, I'm not suggesting you have to rush, but if you're considering making a significant move, do your planning. We offer financing and payment plans. Lock down your selection with confidence. Until next time, this is Jordan at Sartor Heyman Jewelry. Happy shopping, guys.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see partly sunny skies with winds letting up in the afternoon. See a high around 20. Tonight, partly cloudy skies and it'll be cold with a low of just 6. Tomorrow, we'll see partly sunny skies return with a light breeze and a high around 22. I'm meteorologist Kyle Fletcher from 3.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Now back to On the Block with Strick and Austin on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We are back here during On the Block. Austin, Strick, and Ellie reunited with you here on a beautiful, beautiful, chilly, but bright Monday in the capital city. 402-464-5685 is the number to our Sartor Heyman Jewelers text line. We got Tommy on the line. He says, afternoon, gentlemen. I hope the holidays and New Year have been good for you both. I have nothing to add. Just appreciate you. Tommy, you're an OG. We appreciate you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for the kind words. From the bottom of our hearts, we hope the same. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, all that good stuff to you as well.
Bro, you saw what I was just doing? I was just running like Jalen Lloyd ran into the transfer portal, and all these other players ran to the transfer portal. I was running like a lot of folks be running for that NIL money. They jumping in the transfer portal. What's going on with Nebraska right now, man? What's the news? What's the tea? What we sipping on as far as the transfer portal and the news? What's happening out there?
Let's start with the additions, Stricky. Couple on the defensive side of the ball. Sunbelt Defensive Player of the Year, Marquise Watson-Trent, 5'11", 220-pound linebacker from Georgia Southern.
Yeah.
Had 10 tackles when the Eagles came to Lincoln and beat Nebraska just a few short years ago. He was a Nebraska target in the portal. He is committed. Strick, I think that's a big get for Nebraska.
Yeah.
There's a lot of questions at linebacker.
Yeah.
Had a lot going into last year. John Bullock gone.
Six-year guy.
Sixth-year guy.
Six-year guy.
Pretty darn athletic.
You
Runs
like that?
decently well. I do. I think he is a hopefully more impactful version of Stephon Thompson like Nebraska got out of the portal last year. The thing about this, Strick, sixth-year senior grad transfer player paired with Vincent Shavers. I love the potential for mentorship and growth in that relationship.
That's a fact. I love the potential abilities of that inside being shored up even better than it was over the year. I think going into the year, we were concerned. We didn't know. I mean, shout out to John Bullock who was able to do some great things on the inside there. But someone who is able to get in the mix, get into the gaps, make plays, get off of blocks, a veteran guy who's been around the block. He will be on the block maybe. But he's been around the block. And to you've got to love just the potential abilities as well. Just in that linebacker room alone, especially on the interior linebacker positions. Now, we still got to wait and see what it's going to look like on the outside there, but I'm glad that's still a good get. I think a veteran seasoned guy. I love that.
In the defensive backfield, another commit for Nebraska as well, guy by the name of Jameer Khan. He's played a couple years at Southern Illinois in the FCS, ranks a 6', 160-pound cornerback. But here's the thing, Stricky. His high school program, Lee's Summit North, where he was coached by current Nebraska assistant Jamar Mosey. So Nebraska making some more inroads to Kansas City in their third defensive back commit of the cycle so far. Justin Rhett from Georgia is there. You have Andrew Marshall from Idaho as the DB return specialist sort of guy. And now Jameer Khan is in as well. There's always going to be a lot of additions in the defensive backfield, this position with a lot of turnover. I'm curious to see, Strick, if any of those three guys can stick at corner opposite of Sierra Wright, if Bly Hill comes back healthy and ready to play, and if finally Nebraska can let Malcolm Hartzog just pick one dang position to play, maybe keep him at safety all year this time.
Yeah, and while we're in that room, well, let me move to the outside a little bit. Are we at all sure what Naor is going to do at this point? It's still kind of like a toss-up. Like
we'll get to that next segment.
Oh,
we got stuff to get to on that. Don't worry.
All right. So that listen, I think the tight end room. Let me just say this. I personally think Fedoni was trying to use leverage. I don't think he really wanted to go anywhere. I don't think. But here's the issue. I think he saw what the potential of Harburg could be, and he wanted to try to leverage the positioning and his position. We saw somebody, I think on X, I did. Let me just say I did. I saw a lot of Huskers. You guys weighed into the debate on Fedoni and what his impact is and what they felt about what he could bring, with another and additional year in the tight end room. And something they said, and I want you to address this part, Austin. They talked about the fact that outside of 10 to 12 yards, Fedoni is ineffective. He's not able to stretch the floor. He's not able to stretch the field. He's not able to, get over the top. He to me, he doesn't really use his height effectively, his size effectively in box outs. I mean, I'm not saying he's not good, but I still, he's definitely not shifty. He's very straight line. Okay, you get that from Harburg, but I still think you get a little bit more athleticism. But then they also talked about his blocking. His blocking is not really strong. And I think with a year of off season, a year of weight room, a year of really getting into that playbook and understanding the position, I personally think Harburg would be better because I saw him lay some hack on some blocks. Obviously, there were wham blocks. We talked about that. They weren't, off the line. There weren't block downs. There wasn't, like a right block with him having to take on a defensive end or a defensive tackle. We hadn't seen that yet. So we don't know what that's going to look like.
It's a fascinating position to monitor, Strick, because I don't think the room is necessarily better for a veteran experienced presence walking out of it. But I think it's a good, healthy reset for both Thomas Fidone and for Nebraska fans, because we don't know what Thomas Fidone could have been without the knee surgery, right? And I still think that to some degree, grade him what he's able to do and not able to do based off of his potential, what we thought he was going to be instead of what he was, right? Given what he relied on, his athleticism, the matchup nightmare sort of discussion around him, the fact that he was still playable and found a way to make some impact at all is a positive, right? A credit to him for the persistence, the perseverance to get through the injuries and get on the field. Was he a true difference maker for Nebraska? Not necessarily. I didn't think so. Maybe part of that was slightly hampered physical attributes. I think a lot of it was game plan, though, right? Because I think Fidone of old, Fidone of potential, could have been up the seam against safeties, used the height and leveraged his athletic gifts in that way. Does he have that in him? Maybe, maybe not. We didn't really see it, right? Think about the catch that the Texas tight end had to help win that game against Arizona State, right? That was a quote-unquote deep ball, but they did it creatively, right? Tight end leak across the formation up instead of just a straight line shot up the hash. I don't know if Thomas Fidone was put in positions for him to be at his best or most successful, right? Getting him the ball in a little flip, making him turn up field, not where he's best. He turned out to be better after the injuries of sitting in zone, right? Where's the soft spot in the defense? Can he be a big target that you toss it to? He can turn around. If there is any run after catch, great. If not, hey, he did his job. But Nebraska has a pretty traditional Big Ten tight end in the room in Luke Lindenmeyer. They have an exciting potential, improvement out of Heinrich Harbert. We'll see what the offseason holds for him. Carter Nelson, not a traditional tight end.
My issue on
We'll
that.
see what he can do.
Yeah. Well,
And
that's the problem with that.
the other name, Stricky, Mac Markway, was a guy who transferred to Nebraska from LSU back in August of last year. We didn't see. He was a walk-on dealing with his own injury stuff as well. But that's a 6'4", 250-pound four-star tight end out of St. Louis, kind of in the Lindenmeyer mold, where he's a more traditional tight end. So Thomas Fidone did some good things at Nebraska. If you look at the statistics by the numbers, like he's in the top 10, top 15 for a lot of categories at Nebraska, and that's to his credit. But I think there's a wistful sort of nature of what could have been with a guy like Thomas Fidone. And, the numbers are fine, not elite, not great. Thank him for his services. Hope he has success somewhere else.
Well, my issue then is Carter Nelson going to go up or is he going to go down? Like he's stuck in just this kind of tweener zone right now as far as his size. Meaning, is he going to go up in weight? Is he like a boxer? Like, is he going to be like Terrence Crawford, and is he going to go up and face what's his name?
Khabib?
No.
This is
the Mexican boxer.
Canelo.
Canelo. Is he going to go up and face Canelo, or is he going to go down and face Tank? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like what's he gonna do from where he's at? Because I don't think he can stay where he's at and still be effective, because I don't know if he fits. Otherwise, we would have seen him in the Holgorsen plan. We didn't see him. So I don't know what that's going to look like. That's okay. But for me, before we get out of here and go to our next break, here's the thing. I still believe Nebraska to be effective in this offseason. They have to, because they're not spending money like everybody else, right? They're just they're not on par with other Big Ten teams at the top tier, where your Ohio States, your Penn States, Oregons. They're not up there.
No.
So they have to solidify their format on acquisition of players, similar to what they did by going to get young fella from Georgia State. Find these like little hidden gem types in those ranks, bring them in, but they still need to work with your Carter Nelson types and your Dylan Raiola types. And I think there needs to be a symbiotic relationship similar to Venom. How Venom used to connect with whatever the actor's name was, and there was just this symbiotic. Yes, it didn't always work out. Yes, it was a little bit of craziness between the relationship, but that foundation piece with those young players, with finding skilled players and players that can be effective in helping the program, I think that's important, and they need to establish that going forward this year. Something
to watch with Carter Nelson, Stricky. He posted just a few days ago on Twitter is laid up in a hospital bed, hip surgery.
Oh.
Out for 6 months. So I was waiting for some confirmation on that, but it seems like hip surgery for Carter Nelson, 6-month recovery timetable that gets him back approximately June, maybe July. So we'll see how that impacts him putting on some extra weight, getting more defined, better tone, and whether that hip surgery forces him into a more traditional tight end role, or if he can still be a guy that they spread out wide a little bit more.
Yeah.
So we'll definitely wait and see on that. Let's go to break here. When we get back, Stricky brought up Isaiah Nair. We can also bring up Jaden Rashada. These transfer sagas is really what they turn into. What do we make of them? What do we think is going to happen with them? We'll get back to that to wrap up on the block for hour one next.
Download our app by searching for 93.7 The Ticket in your app store to stay in touch and listen all day wherever you are. More of On the Block next on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Shouldn't the landscape around your house reflect the architecture as well as the interior? Whether it's new construction or breathing life into an outdated landscape, let the teams at Tailored Landscapes, Tailored Lights, and Tailored Life combine as your local source for outdoor living. Schedule a meeting with one of our designers who listen during our consultations and combine your preferences, plus our experience to give you a timeless, sustainable, photo shoot-worthy landscape. Call us at 402-432-2572. Find us on any social media or at www.tailoredlandscapes.com, because when you find one company, you find the benefit of 3.
Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services is here to help you protect things that are most important to you. Whether it's your home, your family, or your future, Jack Russell has the proven experience to get the job done while developing an authentic relationship with you. Give Jack a call today at 402-491-9100 and learn how you can excel in the complicated world of insurance. Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services, a trusted and well-respected representative since 1999.
Attention all wing fans! Buffalo Wings and Rings has daily specials that will make you want to stop in on all days of the week. Kids eat free on Mondays, and on Tuesdays, enjoy 89-cent boneless or traditional wings at a price that makes the whole family happy. And come back on Wednesdays for $1.29 chicken tenders all day long. Get to Wings and Rings today at 68th and O or in Williamsburg Village. League One Volleyball is bringing the action to Omaha with Omaha's first serve on January 24th at 7 p.m. Central Time at the Liberty First Credit Union Arena. Witness history in the making as Love Omaha Volleyball takes on Love Madison in the team's inaugural home match. Be there to watch Olympic teammates Jordan Larson and Lauren Carlini go head-to-head in a battle of the world's best. Visit LOVBOMA.com for tickets starting at $31. Volleyball is the next major league. Rosie Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road.
Perch Merch is your one-stop shop for all your printing and promotional needs in Lincoln, Nebraska. They specialize in screen printing, embroidery, vehicle wraps, window wraps, print collateral, promotional products, and signage. At Perch Merch, they are committed to delivering high-quality products and exceptional customer service. Their experienced team of designers and printing professionals will work with you every step of the way to ensure that your vision is realized. Call for a quote today at 402-217-5212 or go to perch-merch.com.
Wrestling fans, it's time to elevate your game, just like Stevens & Smith Construction does for your concrete needs. As your full-service concrete contractor, we deliver solid results every time. From singles to doubles, fighting for inside position to scrambling reversals, we know how to pin down quality and slam expectations. Stevens & Smith Construction, a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket, where Husker wrestlers bring you all the action. Don't stall. Stevens & Smith Construction is here to help you build a concrete foundation for the win. Check us out at www.stevensandsmith.com because stalling is a penalty and winning is the only option. Salt Mine City is now open at 8th and R in the Haymarket. Come check out Lincoln's newest brewery with 12 beers on tap, including the popular Single Axle Light American Lager, Brick Street Amber Wheat, and so many more. There's daily drink specials like $1 off Moscow Mules on Tuesdays, $6 IPAs on Fridays, and $6 Bloody Marys on Saturdays. Stop by Tuesday through Thursday from 4 to 9 p.m., Fridays 4 to 11 p.m., Saturdays 11 a.m. to 11 p.m., and Sundays from noon to 8 p.m. It's Salt Mine City, Lincoln's newest brewery at 8th and R.
Not many businesses can say they've made it 60 years, but Madsen's Bowling and Billiards can. With 12 bowling lanes and the biggest pool room in Nebraska, where else would you go to enjoy an afternoon or evening? There's a great daily specials like $2 Tuesdays, Games of bowling, shoe rentals, draft beers, and tacos, all just $2 each. Have a delicious burger at EJ's Lounge before or after your bowling or pool session, and you'll leave satisfied. Madsen's Bowling and Billiards at 47th and Dudley.
This just in, hot off the bench press. Planet Fitness has added new strength equipment. Save $28 or more when you join today, and you can be one of the first to try it out. We're raising the bar with new benches, and our new hack squat will have you actually looking forward to leg day. Plus, we're still repping all of the best-in-class equipment we've always had, with most clubs open 24 hours, so you can work out your way on your time. So let's do this. Join Planet Fitness today and save $28 or more. Just $1 down, $15 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends January 10th. See Home Club for details.
Hey everyone, Lance here with Black Label. We specialize in creating custom crafted decks, pergolas, patio covers, and more. Plus, our retractable screens, gazebos, and patio enclosures create the ultimate outdoor retreat. With over 50 years of combined experience, we're not just builders, we're creators of unforgettable memories.
Call them today at 402-730-6333 or visit blacklabelbuilt.com for a free consultation.
Let's turn your backyard dreams into reality.
Black Label Built, built to serve, built to last.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see partly sunny skies with winds letting up in the afternoon. See a high around 20. Tonight, partly cloudy skies and will be cold with a low of just 6. Tomorrow, we'll see partly sunny skies return with a light breeze and a high around 22. I'm meteorologist Kyle Fletcher from 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Now back to On the Block with Strick and Austin on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
A few minutes left here in hour one of On the Block on a beautiful Monday. Austin Norman, Eric Strickland, Ellie with you here for the show. Another hour coming up after this. We'll dive into some NFL and NBA. If you got anything Huskers on your mind, though, hit us up on the text line 402-464-5685. But Strick, you brought up a guy, Isaiah Nair, for Nebraska. Back in the transfer portal, but not really in the transfer portal, but kind of in the transfer portal. But it seems like he mostly has an eye to the NFL draft.
Mm-hmm.
The other name that came to mind for me this weekend, Jaden Rashada. These are two guys, Strick, that have had their journeys take them all over the place. We'll just start with Nair, closer to home with the Nebraska connection. Starts his career off at Wyoming. You understand the transfer up to Texas, right? When a power program like that on the verge of the college football playoff wants you, you go. He goes. He's part of the college football playoff team. Doesn't have a huge role. Gets buried behind Xavier Worthy, A.D. Mitchell, others on the depth chart. So, okay, you go. You like the situation. You've been banged up. You're coming off an injury. Maybe never got your rhythm back. You see that they have other receivers coming in. You're like, I can go someplace else, get on the field a little simpler. So he comes to Nebraska.
Mm-hmm.
Was fine at Nebraska. Special, not necessarily. But then Strick, he decides to jump in the portal again. Except not only did he jump in the portal, he also declared for the 2025 NFL draft.
Was not ready.
Didn't seem like he was ready in terms of production or even potential right now. Maybe one more year could have been really good to rebuild his NFL draft value. So what does he do? Well, he signs papers to go to Louisville, and then those papers get withdrawn. So he's not going to Louisville. He's still flown out into the transfer portal, but with an eye at the 2025 NFL draft. Stricky, whatever happens with Isaiah Nair, I hope it works out for him. But from the outside, I don't see the plan. I don't see the logic.
It seems like there's a bunch of rambling. It seems like it's mumbo jumbo that's just flying around the mountain. Here's a great analogy. Let me say, what do we call it? It's not an analogy. It's wordplay when it's an analogy, but when it's a there you go. That's why Ellie is
into the mic. You're part of the show.
Metaphor.
That's why Ellie is in the building. We love her.
It's a metaphor.
Thank you. A metaphor of what I see about this, right? It's kind of like, and this happens a lot, and we're gonna and you're gonna really see this metaphor as we get into another person that I think you're gonna talk about in this segment. It's like, and follow me, guys. I really want you to follow me on. It's like you plant a seed, whatever it is, corn, since we're corn huskers, corn, rice, potatoes, whatever it is. And you plant that seed, and the next thing you know, you see a leaf start to sprout, and you saw Leaf starting, it's like, hey, I'm here. And then you go down there and you're like, no, you're not. And you rip it up out the dirt. You take the whole thing. It didn't even have a chance to put to get roots in it yet. It's just still a seed.
And you're saying, hey, look what I grew.
Right? And then you go somewhere else and you try to plant it in a soil that is not meant for it. To go try to plant corn in New England.
Good luck.
Good luck with that. Right? And you go and try to plant it. And then you're watching and you're waiting and you got a little bit of production. It's trying to sprout. No, you're not. We're gonna go and try to put it down here in this spot. Maybe this is better for it. Good luck with what that corn stalk's gonna look like. Right?
Mm-hmm.
It is the weirdest dynamic. Talk to me.
Which brings us to Jaden Rashada. In the portal again. June of 22, commits to Miami. Signs with them doesn't sign with them because 5 months later, he commits to Florida. Okay, goes to Florida for all of 2 months. He's committed to Florida, receives his release from his national letter of intent to sign with Arizona State, where he was at for a whopping year and 2 months, so 14 months at Arizona State, plays in 3 games. He leaves. He transfers to Georgia, doesn't see the field. He's in the transfer portal one more time. A little different situation, Strick, because of the unfulfilled NIL promises potentially from Miami and then from Florida. Obviously, he's still in the process of suing Billy Napier and a booster.
Rightfully so, Austin.
Get your money.
You can't even get on the field. You don't want to compete. You just want to get money. Talk to me. Go ahead.
This is my question, Strick. And it's not one that I don't know if we can answer. Maybe we can, maybe we can't. But are these young men reflecting on their instability and their constant jumping around? Do they know why this is happening? Can they be honest with themselves and say, there's a good reason I'm doing this? Or do they have advisors, or do they have a lack of advisors?
Or parents.
Or whoever it is.
In their
advisorial role,
right,
helping them along. Because if they legitimately need to move for their personal growth and development and good, end up where you're happy, end up where you're comfortable, please get there. I don't care how many times it takes. But from the outside, Stricky, it's not a good look. 3 high schools and about to be 4 different colleges for Jaden Rashada.
No stability.
No stability.
That's anything.
5. He already had 4. He's about to have 5 colleges for Jaden Rashada.
No stability.
What is the purpose? What is the plan? Are you doing this for a reason? Is it a good reason? Is it a legit reason? Or is it a quick buck reason? Just make sure you have a good answer, because it's not my business. But I hope that they're able to look in the mirror and be okay with where their journey is taking them, because from the outside, that seems like a lot for a young man to handle.
My issue with it is, and it's happened, and it can happen. It was a one-time lesson for me that you've got to be engaged in this process, and you really do. Even biblically, it says, in the multitude of counselors, you're able to make sound decision. If it's the counsel of your own head, you can lie to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, you really need people around you that are able to really tell you.
You take a bike pump to your ego.
Right? Because otherwise, if you got a bunch of yes men in your group, like that would be like there's people that you can go on YouTube right now. That one guy that sings like, he sings like this. There's probably somebody in his head that makes him think he can sing. I know I can't. Look, Stricky's honest with himself. I know I can't sing. But I'm telling you, there's people out there that are telling you things that necessarily are not to the benefit or that is for your detriment, and it's not helping you in the process.
Yeah.
I had an agent that did that to me. An agent was filling me, telling me. Now listen, it worked to my benefit, because although he was not telling the truth to me, and I believed him, because I could look at my numbers and say that my time with Vancouver, there's nothing in there that should have said I should have felt that I could go somewhere else, because I really wasn't playing.
Yeah.
And so in my head, I filled my own head up with that process, but it was because I was so miserable. get trade. Don't get high. I think I told you the story. Go to LA. Don't get signed. I'm sitting in LA while camp is going on, and it wasn't until another agent counsel comes in and asks the question, what are you doing? Why are you there? I had to look at myself and say, well, I'm here because I made a boneheaded decision, and in light with my agent that caused me to still be. That's what's happening, I think, with him. I think he's getting bonehead advice, and there's no stability. There's no way to plant that seed and get anything out of it to allow it to be nourished so that it can sprout up and it grow in the place that it's supposed. You have to look at these teams and assess what's best for me for where I'm trying to go. You have to be able to see where you're trying to go. You have to make the assessment of, is this the place? And you have to be able to stick it out and stay the course. If you lose, get better. Work on your game. This is the best place for you. Guess who just did that?
Who just did that, Stricky?
Arch Manning.
Arch Manning did that.
Arch Manning's looking at the whole scenario, and he's saying, you know what? I don't care what's going on right now. He's making more NIL money than freaking yours is by $2 million.
Yeah.
And he says, this, regardless of what's going on right now, yes, I didn't win, but I know this is the best place for me. And stay the course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we can both say we hope the best for these young men. We hope that they're making decisions with a reason, with a purpose, and that they find whatever it is that makes them happy. Wherever it is that makes them happy, they can grow and flourish like that seed that Stricky is talking about. We'll go to break here. When we get back, the NFL playoffs are set. If you're a fan of a playoff team, do you like the path? You think you got a tough path? Let us know who your team is, how confident you're feeling entering the NFL playoffs. 402-464-5685. NFL playoff bracket when we get back to On the Block.
Follow Austin, Strick, and On the Block on Twitter at Austin Orman, eStrick20, and On the Block 93.7. More of On the Block coming up. This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Ever stare at the Hog Wild menu and feel like you just can't make up your mind because it all looks so good? Well, when I want a little bit of everything, I get a little bit of everything on Hog Wild's Smokestack Sandwich. On a butter-toasted bun, we pile on our hickory smoked beef brisket and juicy hot links. The hard part is choosing between fresh curly fries, classic baked beans, or coleslaw on the side. Order online at GoHogWild.com. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, 3210 Cornhusker Highway in Lincoln.
Are you a skilled mechanic looking for your next big opportunity? Constructors is hiring. We're looking for experienced mechanics to join our family-owned team. We offer competitive wages, great benefits, brand new service trucks, OEM-level diagnostic software, and career growth opportunities. Positions include lead and A-level mechanics for our shop and multiple field technicians. If you're driven and ready to grow with a company that's been around since 1908, apply today at constructorslincoln.com.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and the holiday sales event is now underway with unbelievably low interest rates and huge discounts on both our new and pre-owned inventory. Right now, we're offering 0% interest rates or $13,000 off select new models. These are the absolute biggest discounts of the year. You heard right, 0% interest rates or $13,000 off select new models. So please stop on in or check us out online at CoppelCars.com. All deals with the roof credit, must trade, and Costco.
Hey everyone, Lance here with Black Label. We specialize in creating custom crafted decks, pergolas, patio covers, and more. Plus, our retractable screens, gazebos, and patio enclosures create the ultimate outdoor retreat. With over 50 years of combined experience, we're not just builders, we're creators of unforgettable memories.
Call them today at 402-730-6333 or visit blacklabelbuilt.com for a free consultation.
Let's turn your backyard dreams into reality.
Black Label Built, built to serve, built to last.
Things that impair you come in many different shapes and sizes. Some are the shape of beer and liquor bottles. Others look like cigarettes but aren't cigarettes at all. These are the things we know impair us, the things our parents warned us about. What we're not always aware of is our new prescription or the over-the-counter medicine we picked up just for allergies or a bad cold. See, it doesn't just matter how much of a substance you take. If you are impaired, driving is deceptively dangerous. Don't drive impaired. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Garage doors can break down or quit working at the worst times. At Doors Plus, they understand that a broken garage sometimes means repair and not replace. Sometimes, all you need to make your door like new again is a few bolts, realignment, or even new balance. Trust the pros at Doors Plus to handle your garage door repair the right way so you can get on with your busy schedule. Visit them online at doorsplusllc.com or give them a call at 402-590-5800.
Hey there, fellas. It's your girl, Jordan, with Sartor Heyman Jewelry. Allow me to get a bit sappy. For women, jewelry isn't just a gift. It's a timeless symbol of love and appreciation. You have to get this right. No fleeting trends or gadgets will make the impact. Every time she wears it, every time she gets a compliment, you win. Trust me, guys, you'll get your money worth. Until next time, this is Jordan at Sartor Heyman Jewelry. Happy shopping, guys.
Automotive Solutions is Lincoln's one-stop shop for all your vehicle needs, from vinyl wraps to engine repair and maintenance. Automotive Solution offers fleet services as well as printing and graphic design for vinyl applications, plus installation of vinyl for boats, trucks, cars, and anything else you want wrapped. Perfection is their standard, and they never settle for less. Call today at 531-249-5600 or go to automotivesolutionslincoln.com to learn more. That's Automotive Solutions, 2040 Southwest 5th Street in Lincoln. League One Volleyball is bringing the action to Omaha with Omaha's first serve on January 24th at 7 p.m. Central Time at the Liberty First Credit Union Arena. Witness history in the making as Love Omaha Volleyball takes on Love Madison in the team's inaugural home match. Be there to watch Olympic teammates Jordan Larson and Lauren Carlini go head-to-head in a battle of the world's best. Visit LOVBOMA.com for tickets starting at $31. Volleyball is the next major league.
This is On the Block with Strick and Austin. Nebraska Basketball Hall of Famer and 9-year NBA vet, Eric Strickland.
Strickland for three! And you're going to go out of here as the Big 8 tournament champion.
Middle school basketball coaching legend and Duke basketball shooting coach in his mind, Austin Orman. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Presented by NIPCO. This is On the Block with Strick and Austin.
Talking NFL playoffs to lead off hour 2 of On the Block. Austin Norman, Eric Strickland, Allie with you here during On the Block. Brought to you by who, Stricky?
Oh, NIPCO.
NIPCO. They're looking for some mechanics for their constructors branch and some CDL drivers for ready mixed concrete. You can visit nebcoinc.com to check out more. Join a company that's been around since 1908, fourth generation, family owned and operated. Can't ask for more than that. I could ask for a playoff appearance for the Indianapolis Colts, but it was not meant to be. Again, who's your NFL team? Did they make the playoffs? If they did, do you like the path? Do you not like the path? 402-464-5685 or drop a comment on stream. Shirky, we starting in the AFC or the NFC as we dive into some NFL conversations?
Personally, I think I want to go with the NFC. I might have some things I need to talk about in the AFC. Go ahead.
Okay, NFC. What stands out to you?
First and foremost, shout out to Baker Mayfield. And the Bucs, because I can pretty much tell you, and if the blockheads are truly honest in 2025 to start this year, there's none of them that thought that the Bucs would be there at the beginning of this year. A lot of people were maybe down on Baker. They didn't think, that it was a continuum or an ability to sustain anything that he had shown. But I've got to give him credit for resilience.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? First and foremost there. Second, shout out to the Commanders, who were a team the year before in that crazy NFC East division where dang near every team almost got in. It just wasn't going to happen, but 3 of them did. And when you look at a rookie quarterback and to still be able to find their way in, so I like that matchup. I think it can go either way. I actually think that matchup can go either way. It's going to be a crazy situation there. That's the one that intrigues me a little bit. And one other one is the Eagles were on a roller coaster ride, and it looked like it was on the way to hell.
Yeah.
Not a roller coaster. Highway to hell. Austin, it looked like it was going like that, but then they find a way to put themselves in a position to be second in this bracket. But I think that's a scary matchup for them.
Do you?
I think that's a potential scary matchup for them. Like, shout out to them and what they're doing. Definitely congratulatory to the Lions, but that's another one that's intriguing to me as well. When the potential of them having some slippage there is something to watch for.
I'm with you, Strick. There's just been a lot of surprises, I think, in this NFC playoff picture for me. I mean, starting in the East, who would have seen the Commanders overtaking the Cowboys in year one with Jaden Daniels? Cowboys, I think, are rightly disappointed of going 7-10. Obviously, some injuries in there, but a lot of drama, Strick. We know that's not going to refocus that organization. So I'm curious to see if the Cowboys maintain, or do they get a little bit worse next year, miss the playoffs again? But
they missed their window, I think.
I think so, too.
I think they missed their window.
I think they did. Is it sustainable for Washington? That's going to be the curious part. But the fact they went 12-5, finished 2 games behind the Eagles, but 3 games clear of the Cowboys, that's a huge testament to just how good Jaden Daniels was, how much talent was already on that team, and some savvy work in the draft and free agency. In the West, Stricky, what the heck happened to that division? The Rams at 10-7 are division champion. The Seahawks a little shaky.
Are you disappointed with the? Are you disappointed with the Chargers?
Other side. That's the AFC.
Oh, that's the AFC. I'm sorry.
My other side. The San Francisco 49ers.
Wow.
6-11. All the injuries they had to endure, but you thought the Shanahan system would be enough to overcome. There'd be enough talent to overcome. Not only did they miss the playoffs, Stricky, they finished dead last in the division. They finished on a 4-game losing streak. Yeah. Even in a down year for them, I didn't see San Francisco missing the playoffs, but they missed it by a few games. It wasn't even close.
Yeah, I agree with that. But also, here's the thing. Now you got to truly make a decision with Purdy. You can either figure out, does it put you down far enough to be able to land one of the good quarterbacks that's coming out? That's something you need to assess. Now you probably have leverage on Purdy if you decide that you want to keep him. So to me, if you want to keep him, you don't have to pay him the
San
super
Fran
big
picking
bucks.
number 11.
It might get you there. It'll be close.
We'll
It'll
see.
be close.
We'll see.
So in next year there'll be another good look coming out. So for me, they're in a good place because they can make a decision as to not have to pay premium for Purdy because of how bad it was. Because what a quarterback that is top tier, worth top tier money, he gets you through regardless. I.e., Patrick Mahomes is him because of what he's capable of doing on top of with the rest. But we'll leave that alone. We're not going to dig into that. But at the same time, I think that helps as far as being able to still have cap and have money to do something different if they need to make a decision on which way they want to go.
NFC North was a great division all year. Came down to last night for Lions and Vikings, the division title. Lions get it. They get the 1 seed. They get the bye. What an ascension for them since Dan Campbell took over. Very well deserved. The Vikings, Sam Darnold doesn't play well, but shout out to Kevin O'Connell for getting what he did out of him. Green Bay, a little bit of a paper tiger, Stricky, 11-6 record, but really only beat teams below 500.
Yeah.
Lost to the Bears on the last second yesterday. I wonder if the Falcons sneak in over the Bucs if they go to Michael Penix earlier, right? With how bad Kirk Cousins looked. I still think there's plenty to be optimistic for Atlanta
Going for it.
with Penix moving forward, those offensive pieces. But you wanted to talk AFC. what you like, what you not like about this bracket, what's on your mind with the AFC playoff picture.
The question then comes is this, because I want to let you cook. Ooh. Let him cook. Is this the Bills' year?
Oh, I thought it was Colts. Dang.
Is it you already know. No.
Hey, that's a second place finish.
No. Is it the Bills' year? Two. So that's one. That's one question.
Okay.
To finally break through and get beyond the monkey that is on their back, the gorilla that's on their back, that is the Kansas City Chiefs. That's one. Another one that has two gorillas on his back is Lamar Jackson. In order for that to happen, he's got to go through the Bills, to whom he's happened to do that already. But he's played horribly when it means something or it matters.
Yeah.
Is it his time? When you're looking at that bracket, who survives it?
Strick, it'd be dumb not to pick Kansas City right now.
Not there yet. I'm at the bottom of it. Who gets
to potentially Kansas City?
Yeah.
Dang, Stricky, I don't know.
And then you can answer that question.
The matchups of Bills, Broncos, and Ravens, Steelers on the bottom of the bracket. Then you have Texans, Chargers as well. So my guess is, let's just say it's chalk, that the Bills, the Ravens, and the Texans all win. You get Bills, Ravens in the second round. Holy smokes. That's crazy. I don't know. I hope it's a good game. I think giving advantage to Buffalo for being at home isn't out of the question, because I still, not that Lamar doesn't pass the ball. He does, right? Lamar can throw the football. But the Ravens are still a rushing-based offense, and usually think, defense run games wins championships. But what have we seen, Strick? Just like in the NBA, just like in college basketball, just like in baseball, the ability to go deep with big explosive plays in the pass game, with the home run, with the three-point shot, that's the separator in the playoffs.
That's right.
I still trust Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills wide receivers a little bit more because Zay Flowers is hurt for Baltimore. If he was around to pair with Bateman, to pair with Andrews, might give the edge to Baltimore, whose defense has quietly been playing some of the best defense in the NFL over basically the last couple months. Despite all the secondary injuries, they've reshuffled. It's turned out pretty well for him. I don't know. I don't think you can go wrong, though. There's not a bad answer for the NFL. You either get Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson, most likely coming out of that half of the division, or that half of the playoffs. My gut tells me Buffalo, but I can't bank it. You could see Lamar taking over. You could see Josh taking over. You could see Derrick Henry taking over. You could take, I don't know, Stricky. I don't know. Who do you think it is?
See, that's the thing. That's a tough one, because I actually think that rivalry matchup is going to tell you a lot between the Ravens and the Steelers.
Yeah.
That rivalry matchup is going to tell you a lot, one way or the other, because that defense, by way of the Steelers, led by Mike Tomlin and his crew, they're going to scheme like they always seem to do against the Ravens in some form or fashion to put themselves in a position to win. It's going to depend on what quarterback, if Russell Wilson is going to be on and what that's going to look like.
Defense comes to play.
That's what it's going to tell you a lot. The question then becomes, how much what's going on with CJ Stroud?
Hey, I don't know, man. Someone's funky, though.
Right?
I guess Stephon Diggs being hurt, Tank Dell being hurt.
Right?
And Nico Collins, being hurt.
So that's
Not
crazy.
Good.
That's a crazy matchup when you're looking at that first one too, where they find themselves. Because I know you're the resident analyst, but Justin Herbert, if you look at his numbers in the first 5 years of his he's got more yardage than he's at the top of the category as far as putting up the number, and is quietly doing so, but just hasn't had much success out of it.
I've been on the Herbert bandwagon.
Yeah, you have.
I've been telling people he's good. I'm glad they finally get a chance to see it now. I mean, playoff shortcomings and collapses happen, right? Especially to the Chargers. That is a cursed franchise. When I look at this AFC bracket, Strick, I'm a little surprised there are 3 AFC West teams there. I didn't see the Broncos sneaking in.
Yeah, I didn't either.
I really didn't, right? Credit to Sean Payton. Bo Nix started playing a little bit better. Benefit of a little bit of a lighter schedule. But you know who didn't take advantage of the lighter schedule? The Bengals. The Cincinnati Bengals. Inexcusable for them to miss the playoffs. With that team, those weapons, their defense got soft. Lou Anarumo, or maybe it was the talent, I don't know what it was, but Lou Anarumo took the fall. He got fired by Zach Taylor today. The Bengals missing the playoffs and the Broncos making it is a surprise to me. I'm not surprised the Steelers made it, but are they really a threat?
Shout out to Tomlin, though. You got to give him credit because
I do.
No one believed that what he put together, there's no one believed that he would be able to get it done. And yet again, he comes through with another win.
Winning season, playoff appearance, beat Baltimore once, get a rubber match, round 3 into the divisional round or wild card round. I don't know if I should be surprised by the Chargers or not, Strick. I really don't know. Because I think if you look just at the roster, 1 through 53, even the practice squad if you want, there's been more talent on the Chargers roster than the results might indicate. So on the one hand, I'm not necessarily surprised that a coach with the winning pedigree of Jim Harbaugh, for whatever that's worth, whether you look at college or the pros, I'm not surprised that he would take a talented roster and get it to the playoffs in year 1. But they're not the same team. They're not playing the same style under Jim Harbaugh that they did under Brandon Staley with those coordinators. And it's the Chargers. They're just snake bit. They just find ways to trick it off. But they didn't this year. They finished in second in the AFC West. That's a huge testament to them. And I legitimately think the Chargers are a little bit dangerous. I think Houston's vulnerable right now, talented, maybe underperformed, but banged up a little bit. I like the formula for the Chargers. Now, rematch with the Chiefs potentially in round 2 is a little bit scary, but credit Harbaugh on that team. I'm surprised, but not surprised by the Chargers.
The question then becomes, as you look up and down as you look at that next round, who do you think, by way of just what they have talent-wise, has the best ability, defensive-wise, offensive-wise, to unearth the Chiefs if it came down to it? I still think they benefit from a lot of extras, but I'm going because how are you a team that's 12-1? Well, no, more than that. I'm sorry. What was they? What are they in their record? But how are
Chiefs
you?
Are 15-2 right
Yeah.
now.
How are you like? There was I saw a record. I mean, not a record, but I saw a stat that showed it was they were in a grouping of a bunch of losing teams that they only scored a certain amount of points or something.
They broke 30 once.
Yes, that was it. And I'm like, how is it that you're able to do that, but yet still win? Like, come on, man. Are they the beneficiary of a lot of ooh?
Oh, yeah, actually, the Chiefs never broke 30. Once. They got against the Panthers. And that's it.
Come on, somebody.
They hit 30 on the schnoz. Twice. They did against the Bucs as well. Sorry. So they hit 30 twice. Never scored more than 30.
Talk to me. Like,
I don't know, man.
Is it who out there thinks that there's a bunch of a lot of tinfoil hat stuff going on with the Chiefs? Real talk.
Text line 402-464-5685. Let's hit some text here, Stricky. We got some responses. Let's get
go.
the non-playoff teams out of the way. Crowbait says, as a Niners fan, they were too broken and busted to make the playoffs, so I don't care who wins as long as the Chiefs lose. I'll most likely be cheering for all the underdogs. Magic says, the Raiders are my team, and I'd say they're following the yellow brick road, but the yellow brick road has some sort of a conclusion. Heaven knows where the Raiders are going to go. Then the playoff teams here. Hammond Bean says, Super Bowl or bust. It's a mile-high road, but the Broncos have life. You buying the Broncos? You in on the Chris Raft train?
I give that question 1 thumbs down. I don't give you 2 thumbs. I give 1 thumbs down. Okay. But let me ask this question though. Who was that with the Raiders question?
That was Magic.
Magic. Shout out to you. If you had a choice of which quarterback that's coming out right now in the upcoming draft, and if you can't get to the text right now, just let us know. I would love to know. Which one would you choose? Is it Sanders? Is it what's my guy at Miami?
Cam Ward.
Who else out there? Yours?
Is he declaring or coming back?
Is he
We
declaring?
don't know.
That's where that NIL money. You might sometimes you'd be happy about it.
Could Travis Hunter play quarterback at the NFL?
Negative, Ghost Rider. Yeah. Who you rolling with? Like, which quarterback are you taking? Because they need one.
Nebraska ball fan says my team is the Steelers. They're not playing well enough to make it past Baltimore.
Oh,
those divisional matchups, though, tricky. Those divisional matchups, though.
Wow.
Bill and Bennett, as a Packers fan, I dread having to go to Philly. I think Detroit and Philly will play for the NFC title, but after this crazy season, who knows? Brad says Detroit all the way. John says Stricky is full of it. What you talking about?
What am I full of, John?
Good stuff. Wisdom.
What am I? Yeah. I'm full on this drink and some meal coffee. But what am I full of? Talk to me. I'd love to know.
Colgan J says, if I have a top 3 pick, I'm not taking a quarterback in this year's class.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Colgan J. We always love your water, by the way, too. Thanks.
Hey.
Colgan water. We love it.
Oh,
We
yeah.
love it.
I got one right here.
Yeah. There it is.
Confirmed. Cigar Guy, not Strick, but Cigar Guy says NFL this year is like college football with NIL. No great team, some real good teams, but no great teams. This is where, Strick, I'm curious to see, is it about the teams or is it about the players? Because if you look at the NFC, who's the best player in the NFC? Probably Saquon right now, but the best team is the Lions. And then not nearly the same level of star power down the list. But if you look at the AFC, right? We know about Patrick Mahomes. We know about Josh Allen. We know about Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry. We know about CJ Stroud, what he's capable of, what he can play to in any one game.
Justin Jefferson got locked up last night. Wow.
How about that?
I mean, he put the clampy clamp on him. Some stuff Stricky used to. Oh, I'm sorry.
Amik Robertson said, give me that smoke.
Yeah, all that.
And went,
yeah,
all that smoke.
Yeah.
He took it.
He Snoop Dogged him.
So, no, there might not be great teams traditionally, but there are great players on these teams, any one of which can take over and dominate a game and determine the outcome of it. And of course, it's going to be the stars. It's also going to be the role guys. So I don't know. It doesn't feel like it's wide open to me, Strick. I mean, I do think the Chiefs have to be the pick until someone beats them.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the NFC, the Lions have proven it all year, but they're too banged up. I don't trust Philly in the drama. I don't know who's coming out of the NFC, and someone's got to beat the Chiefs in the AFC. So maybe it is more wide open than I give it credit for.
John, I know we got to go to break, but John says Chiefs ain't cheating. I didn't say the Chiefs were cheating. I just said like you can go back and look at situations where I've seen guys score first downs and the refs come in and mark it 3 yards back from where the guy landed. I mean, and like it's so obvious. Like it's like they've got to stop that. It's like to the point now where you can just be watching and you're like, what are you seeing, my guy? Like even if you thought he was down, which I've seen in a lot of cases, in that first down, not getting that first down caused them to have to, I think it was against the Steelers. It caused them to have to run another play like on a fourth down, and they don't get it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, what are you like that to me is that's bull junk. Like I'm not against them. I just saying, come on, man, like at least make the game look like you. That part. Anyway, I'm not saying they're cheating. I'm just saying, there's some suspect things that happen at time to time that help the Chiefs.
Strikey's just asking the question.
There's no way that Patrick Mahomes can throw 30 interceptions and there's only 5 of them because everything's a penalty. Because you can't tell me. Wait, matter of fact, I'm going into my. You can't handle the truth.
Stricky is getting paid to say this.
You can't handle the truth. In my A Few Good Men role. Okay,
yeah.
Go ahead.
I like it.
I acted
did
one movie.
You did?
Mm-hmm.
It was a banger.
Yeah.
You missed out on your Golden Globe, though.
Ellie hasn't seen it, but I'm going to have to give her a little
Hold
look.
it for her.
Yeah.
We'll do that during break. We'll be right back. Talk some Wemby. Has the alien changed the NBA? Is he on his way to changing the NBA? All that ahead. I'll get some of your texts, by the way, as well. We didn't get to here in the segment. We'll talk some NBA when we get back on the block.
Download our app by searching for 93.7 The Ticket in your app store to stay in touch and listen all day wherever you are. More of On the Block next on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you a skilled mechanic looking for your next big opportunity? Constructors is hiring. We're looking for experienced mechanics to join our family-owned team. We offer competitive wages, great benefits, brand new service trucks, OEM-level diagnostic software, and career growth opportunities. Positions include lead and A-level mechanics for our shop and multiple field technicians. If you're driven and ready to grow with a company that's been around since 1908, apply today at constructorslincoln.com.
I used to smoke. I thought of cigarettes as my best friend. They were always there for me when I needed a break.
I also thought cigarettes were my best friend, and then they gave me peripheral artery disease.
I smoked and had a stroke. Actually, multiple strokes.
I smoked and have heart disease.
Here's my tip. If cigarettes are your friend, you need a better friend.
Call the Nebraska Tobacco Quit Line, 1-800-QUIT-NOW, 1-800-784-8669. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Perch Merch is your one-stop shop for all your printing and promotional needs in Lincoln, Nebraska. They specialize in screen printing, embroidery, vehicle wraps, window wraps, print collateral, promotional products, and signage. At Perch Merch, they are committed to delivering high-quality products and exceptional customer service. Their experienced team of designers and printing professionals will work with you every step of the way to ensure that your vision is realized. Call for a quote today at 402-217-5212 or go to perch-merch.com. Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Hello.
Angela, we have to break up.
But why?
Because you're a robot and I'm just a guy trying to get better internet.
It's Ella Fiber, isn't it? I always knew you wanted faster speeds. My contract isn't good enough for you.
Face it, Angela, they let me talk to real people.
Press 4 to break my heart. Oh wait, you already did.
Visit allofiber.com to switch today.
What's it take to be a mentor with big brothers, big sisters? It takes 30 minutes and a cup of coffee. A video game, best 2 out of 3. It takes sharing thumbs up emojis, clapping emojis, and loaded nachos at halftime. That's how you make an impact on a young kid's life. So go on, share a few hours a month, because mentorship may sound huge, but the truth is, it takes little to be big.
To learn more, volunteer or donate, go to bbbslincoln.org.
This just in, hot off the bench press. Planet Fitness has added new strength equipment. Save $28 or more when you join today, and you can be one of the first to try it out. We're raising the bar with new benches, and our new hack squat will have you actually looking forward to leg day. Plus, we're still repping all of the best-in-class equipment we've always had, with most clubs open 24 hours, so you can work out your way on your time. So let's do this. Join Planet Fitness today and save $28 or more. Just $1 down, $15 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends January 10th. See Home Club for details.
The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Partly cloudy skies expected tonight. We're dropping down to a low of around 4, a high of 22 for your Tuesday. With partly sunny skies, we're looking at northwest winds at around 15 to 20. Even colder tomorrow night as skies clear out with a low down to around 0. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Wrestling fans, it's time to elevate your game, just like Stevens & Smith Construction does for your concrete needs. As your full-service concrete contractor, we deliver solid results every time. From singles to doubles, fighting for inside position to scrambling reversals, we know how to pin down quality and slam expectations. Stevens & Smith Construction, a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket. where Husker wrestlers bring you all the action. Don't stall. Stevens & Smith Construction is here to help you build a concrete foundation for the win. Check us out at www.stevensandsmith.com because stalling is a penalty and winning is the only option.
Golfing in 72 degrees and perfect conditions in Nebraska doesn't seem possible in the winter, but it is. Double Eagle Golf is your escape from the bone-chilling cold outside and a reason to keep your clubs out year-round. Book a bay with some friends for a weekend or come by for golf and happy hour on a weekday. Spring leagues begin in February. Get signed up today. That's all at Double Eagle Golf inside the Kinetic Sports Complex at West O Street. Online at doubleeagle.golf.
This just in, hot off the bench press. Planet Fitness has added new strength equipment. Save $28 or more when you join today, and you can be one of the first to try it out. We're raising the bar with new benches, and our new hack squat will have you actually looking forward to leg day. Plus, we're still repping all of the best-in-class equipment we've always had, with most clubs open 24 hours, so you can work out your way on your time. So let's do this. Join Planet Fitness today and save $28 or more. Just $1 down, $15 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends January 10th. See Home Club for details.
Now back to On the Block with Strick and Austin on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
There's not enough time left in the show for me to address everything that Hoff from Lincoln is saying, but just know the Indianapolis Colts make us sad. Just sad. S-A-D, sad, period. Hoff, we're in it together, brother. Stay strong. Camaraderie, we will get through it. Stricky, we got to talk about Wemby. Victor Wembanyama, phenom for the San Antonio Spurs. Just played in his 100th career game a few nights ago, since past that. But we got the numbers through his first 100 games. Victor Wembanyama, 2,273 points, so 22.7 points per game, 1,053 rebounds, 10.5 rebounds per game, 386 assists,
Wait, pause. I need to know how many games is this again?
100.
100.
100. And even 100.
And Sip. Yeah, bro. Shut up, Sipple. You can't be saying, listen, you know where I go. What's my spot? I need to tell you this quick story. Cigars.
Mm-hmm.
They tell me down there, they watch the show and they watch Sip and they told me to tell Sip, stop saying 100. He don't say it like we say it. You say it again how you say it.
100?
100. He says 100.
What does that mean?
That's what I'm saying. They told him, tell Sip, don't say 100. He can't say it.
No.
All right.
Not allowed.
So, all right, go ahead.
Through 100 career games, Wemby averaging 3.8 assists per game, 3.6 blocks per game. He has also made 225 three-pointers.
That's crazy.
Okay, so he's the only player ever to
and
reach those
that's
thresholds.
More dunks. That's more threes than he has dunks.
Yeah.
At 7'3" alien.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Only player in NBA history to reach all 5 of those thresholds through 100 games. But Stricky, there is one player who has him beat in total points, rebounds, and blocks through the first 100 games. You know who?
Wilt Stilt.
Admiral.
Ooh.
David Robinson.
Oh, wow.
The only
David?
other player to have at least 2,273 points, 1,053 rebounds, and 366 blocks through 100 career games.
He was an alien of his own right.
He was. And here's the question, Stricky. Do you give the nod to Wemby as the better player at this stage in his career through 100 games because he's doing it younger? Or Robinson actually put up more numbers, but he came into the league older,
and he
right?
went to the Navy.
He enlisted for a few years and then came into the NBA. Which is tougher, do you think? Coming in as a raw 19-20-year-old and putting up those numbers in 100 games, or having to take time off from basketball to serve your country to jump right back?
That's where I'm going to give the nod.
More physically mature.
There's 2 reasons to why I'm going to give the nod, and it could be 3. Why I'm going to give the nod to the Admiral. One being what you just said, the time off, to be able to stay in shape, to be able to be physically ready to do that in the early onset. And you're a little bit older, so you're not coming in fresh. Now, why that's different from Wemby? Wemby was playing at that level professionally since he was a teenager. We didn't have the abilities to do that. At our age, we didn't have AAU to the way that we have AAU. We didn't have that. But 2, he did it in a physical generation of basketball.
Ewing, Olajuwon,
Shaq.
Keep going.
Ewing, Shaq, Sabonis. You can just keep on going. Morning. You can just keep on going down.
Kemp.
Right? So the fact that he was still able to do it. Oh, Schmidt. And,
yeah.
The fact that he was able to do that at that time, he was an alien. Like David Robinson could have shot more threes, but he didn't because
didn't have to.
It wasn't required of bigs at that point. But he was able to do things that most couldn't: run, handle. So he made himself unique there. So that's why I give the nod to Big DR.
I think it's fair. Let's not discount the talent that Wemby's playing against. The Joker,
too many threes
AD,
for me.
Giannis,
but
guys
that's the
like
analytics
that.
of the day.
Right. Yeah. They're both, succeeding in their eras.
Yeah.
But Strick, the separator for David Robinson right now, right here.
Yeah.
Wemby is still young. Has he fully changed the NBA? No, it's still dominated by the guys that are a little older, the old vanguard, right? But you can see Wemby's coming, right? He's at the front of that next kind of generation because of what he's able to do at that size.
Pause. When he hit Gobert with the Sham God at 7-3, bro,
made Stricky feel something.
I was like, I was like, come on, man. 7-3 alien hits a center with the Sham God? Now, if you don't know what the Sham God is, Sham God is a coach for the Dallas Mavericks right now. So, God Sham God is his name. And what he would do, he had a move where he, with his right hand, so just say I'm dribbling, it's with any hand, but he throws it to the left side of his body as if he's going to cross it over. And instead of crossing it over like Allen Iverson or anybody like that, he reaches across his body with the same hand and he goes back with it as if
it's a really fancy in and out.
It's a really fancy in and out that really kind of throws people off because it looks, if you can picture what it would look like the carrot dangling out in front of a horse or the rabbit out of in front of a greyhound. Like they think they're gonna get it. Like it's laid out there like, ooh, easy one. And you go to reach for it and nope, I'm Bayou Classic to the rim. And he did that to a center. That was crazy to me.
Mr. Worldwide in Fallbrook watched Wemby live in San Antonio on New Year's Eve. He doesn't look real.
Yeah. His hands.
No, he doesn't.
His hands look like it literally just takes over the whole ball. It's like how does he even shoot? Yes. Like he could throw a curveball with the ball.
With a basketball.
Bruh.
29.5-inch circumference.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Basketball.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But Stricky, the big question I think for Wemby in his future.
Is his feet bigger than Shaq's?
Ooh, I don't know. We'll look that up during break.
Yeah.
Do you trust San Antonio to maximize Wemby? Not just in terms of stats, right? He's going to get his. But maximizing Victor Wembanyama means at least a championship, if not multiple. This is a championship organization in San Antonio. They got 5 rings to show for it, from Robinson through Duncan Parker, Ginobili. Had a pretty good shot before Kawhi Leonard got his ankle twisted with Zaza Pachulia landing underneath him. But can the Spurs build around Wemby? What does that look like? Or is he the next Barkley? Is he the next Ewing? Is he the next, I don't even know some of the other names of guys that didn't get rings, right? The next Malone. Is that Wemby's future? Or can the Spurs get a chip with him?
So that's a great question, and it's one that I don't think I can answer. But I'm gonna throw this out. I don't even think it's not going to happen with Pop because I think he's too old, and I think the time is going to evaporate for him. Not that he's going to pass or anything, Lord willing, but that he's
still recovering from that stroke.
Yeah, but that his time is going to pass before they're able to get this team in a place to be able to do that. So the question's not going to become whether or not he's going to do it with Pop. No, it's not going to happen with Pop. But what's the coach that's going to be able to take on that team after what Pop's been able to do with the San Antonio Spurs throughout the tenure of his time there? That's the question. Let's stay there real quick. Who could you envision as you look across the landscape of coaching right now? And if the answer is no one, he hasn't presented himself yet, that's a fine answer too. Give me 402-464-5685. If you think there's a coach out there that could take this team, I might be able to throw one at you, but I don't know for sure. Go. Who? What coach?
You got to branch a little bit outside of just the pop tree, right? I mean, I think Mike Brown would be an interesting name. Guy just got fired from Sacramento. He strikes me as a floor raiser. We'll see about the ceiling. I could see someone like Ime Udoka.
There you go. That's the one I was going to say.
From Houston to San Antonio.
That was who I was going to say. I wouldn't take it if I was. I would do it where I was at if I was him. But
Monty Williams. We'll see.
Yeah.
Here's the interesting. Here's the interesting name for me, Stricky. Guy that's won a championship before, has ties to Popovich, and has worked with a freak before. When Budenholzer's done in Phoenix.
Ooh. Okay.
Does he go back to the Giannis playbook?
I'm gonna say I think I like his presence. I'm definitely saying Ime.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say I think Mazzulla could, but I don't think he leaves.
Leave Boston for San
I don't
Antonio?
think he does.
I don't think so.
But I'm just saying. I just threw it out there and saying who I think I would like to be able to do that.
Do the Spurs have to find their own Spoelstra, or can they hire a big enough name?
Oh, I think they probably. I think it's going to come from somewhere that you're not going to expect it to come. It's not going to be the usual suspects. I don't think in that situation.
They'll get their Nick Nurse or Mark Daniels or something.
Yeah, it could. And again, I don't think it's going to come from the tree. I think it's going to be an outside voice that's probably going to be able to come in and do it.
Well, Ime's from the tree.
Well, Ime's capable from the tree.
Sure.
If you're not going to get him to move, and I wouldn't if I'm him. I would stay in Houston. I think he's found something there. I think he's establishing his own thing, and I think he'll be fine in Houston. I think he'll be able to draw enough people there. Houston is a good landing spot for people that would want to come. I think even Houston's better than it would be for San Antonio, to be honest. That's just my thought. But I think as of old, San Antonio as a whole have been good at making sure that their salary caps didn't get crazy, and they've been able to do it. I think that landscape is changing, and they're going to have to spend some money.
Before we get out of here, I was
gonna ask you another question.
Okay, hit me with it then.
Okay, the last thing we'll say this. Who is the combo that is needed to make it happen? Is it a forward? Is it a twin tower? Is it a point guard? Who is the person that he would either need to draw there, or if you can't answer a person, then where does he go? Because either they get it done there or he's out. Do you see him being out before he signs the big deal?
Depends on how quickly they can get that next piece in. Because, Strick, I think that Wemby has the potential to basically one-man army a championship, right? At 7-4, what he's able to do. But I think if that's going to be the case, they need, in the here and now, if they want to win a championship in the next 5 years, I think you need a point guard. Someone to handle the rock, take that pressure off of him. As Wemby gets a little bit older, maybe he fills out a little bit. I don't know if I fully believe in his offense. It'll get better, but I want another offensive-minded guy. Right now, the point is to get him shots, right? Get him up, figure out what he can do and what he can't do. But sooner or later, he's going to need his Chris Middleton, for example, right? I'm trying to think of some young guys. Honestly, I think the next Jason Tatum would be really good next to a guy like Victor Wembanyama.
Him and like AJ Dubasa?
Dubana's too good. If those two get together, Stricky, fold the NBA. Freaking fold the NBA. Like,
that would be absolutely crazy.
Is legit. We haven't talked about
Dubasa is absolutely
crazy,
legit, bro.
I think his camp would like San Antonio for him.
I think his camp would like San Antonio
for him.
Not Utah.
My boy can't.
Maybe Utah, but I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it if I was him. I wouldn't go to Utah.
What about someone like Cam Boozer, 6'9" forward type? He's.
I'm not.
But again,
no, I'm saying the other one though.
The
your boy.
Who?
That's out in Orlando right now.
Paolo?
Yes. With him being able to stretch and Paolo being able to stretch, but both can actually
handle a little bit,
get inside too. Versatility on both of those guys. They're not gonna hinder each other, I don't think.
Then they need Stephon Castle to turn into Drew Holiday.
Right.
That's what that team would need. Vassell would have to be a good 3-and-D guy. They're KCP.
I don't bring a Trey Young. I don't bring no one. I want a distributing point guard.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
3-and-D.
A 3-and-D. Even if your boy went back there, who plays both point, he went to Atlanta.
Oh, DeJounte
Murray. Minimize his, because I think he has the ability. DeJounte is more of a 3-4 as opposed to a lead.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So I think that could work for him.
Well, when did he break out? When Kawhi had the spotlight.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That part.
3027 says Alien plus Ant-Man.
Negative, Ghost Rider. I don't like that. I don't like that combo. For
all the talk from Ant, like we saw during last year's playoff run, Stricky, Ant's got a decent head on his shoulders.
Yeah.
I don't hate the leadership.
I don't like
the basketball fit.
Yeah,
I'd be curious to see.
I don't even like the fact that he's shooting all these doggone threes with all that super athleticism right now. I don't like that.
Fair enough. Let's go to break. We'll have a short crossover here with the Old School, brought to you by Love Volleyball Omaha. That'll wrap up a Monday edition of On the Block.
Follow Austin Strick and On the Block on Twitter at Austin Orman, eStrick20, and On the Block 93.7. More of On the Block coming up.
Hey there, fellas. It's your girl, Jordan, with Sartor Heyman Jewelry. Allow me to get a bit sappy. For women, jewelry isn't just a gift. It's a timeless symbol of love and appreciation. You have to get this right. No fleeting trends or gadgets will make the impact. Every time she wears it, every time she gets a compliment, you win. Trust me, guys. You'll get your money worth. Until next time, this is Jordan at Sartor Heyman Jewelry. Happy shopping, guys.
Automotive Solutions is Lincoln's one-stop shop for all your vehicle needs, from vinyl wraps to engine repair and maintenance. Automotive Solution offers fleet services as well as printing and graphic design for vinyl applications, plus installation of vinyl for boats, trucks, cars, and anything else you want wrapped. Perfection is their standard, and they never settle for less. Call today at 531-249-5600 or go to automotivesolutionslincoln.com to learn more. That's Automotive Solutions, 2040 Southwest 5th Street in Lincoln. League One Volleyball is bringing the action to Omaha with Omaha's first serve on January 24th at 7 p.m. Central Time at the Liberty First Credit Union Arena. Witness history in the making as Love Omaha Volleyball takes on Love Madison in the team's inaugural home match. Be there to watch Olympic teammates Jordan Larson and Lauren Carlini go head-to-head in a battle of the world's best. Visit lovoma.com for tickets starting at $31. Volleyball is the next major league.
Are you a skilled mechanic looking for your next big opportunity? Constructors is hiring. We're looking for experienced mechanics to join our family-owned team. We offer competitive wages, great benefits, brand new service trucks, OEM-level diagnostic software, and career growth opportunities. Positions include lead and A-level mechanics for our shop and multiple field technicians. If you're driven and ready to grow with a company that's been around since 1908, apply today at constructorslincoln.com.
Looking for a financial partner that truly makes a difference? Modern Woodman is a member-owned fraternal financial services organization. We can help you plan for all stages of life, from protection to saving to retirement. We also offer member benefits, social activities, and volunteer opportunities to help your family and community.
I'm Sean Erickson, your Modern Woodman representative in Lincoln. Call me at 402-483-6515 to start the conversation.
Modern Woodman of America, touching lives, securing futures.
Have you heard about Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center? Located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard, Advanced Medical Imaging offers compassionate, patient-focused care and provides outpatient surgery services, making it possible to have non-emergency surgery and return home the same day. Advanced Medical Imaging specializes in cardiology, vascular radiology, orthopedics, pain management, and so much more. Give them a call today at 402-261-1085 or online at amimaging.com.
An hour ago, you didn't need a plumber. Now you're in a panic. When life throws you a surprise with a clogged drain, plugged or leaky toilet, broken pipe, leaky faucet or water heater, or a bathroom or kitchen plumbing upgrade, whatever. Just call Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing, 467-1111. Keep that number handy, 467-1111. Or go to BryantLincoln.com. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. We do whatever it takes.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Partly cloudy skies expected tonight. We're dropping down to a low of around 4, a high of 22 for your Tuesday with partly sunny skies. We're looking at northwest winds at around 15 to 20. Even colder tomorrow night as skies clear out with a low down to around 0. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hello. Thanks.
Angela, we have to break up
But why?
because you're a robot and I'm just a guy trying to get better internet.
It's Aloe Fiber, isn't it? I always knew you wanted faster speeds. My contract isn't good enough for you.
Face it, Angela, they let me talk to real people.
Press 4 to break my heart. Oh wait, you already did.
Visit aloefiber.com to switch today.
Now back to On the Block with Strick and Austin on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We are back one final time here for the day during On the Block. This is the crossover brought to you by Love Volleyball Omaha. They begin their inaugural season January 24th at the Liberty First Credit Union Arena in Ralston. Get your tickets online at lovb.com. See former Huskers Jordan Larson, Justine Wangarantes, Maddie Kubik, and Lauren Stivrins in action. Also, and Lexi Rodriguez.
Are they going to be there?
Former Huskers with Love Volleyball.
Man, shout out to them. We hopefully will get a visual.
Rumor has it you might want to tune into On the
You
Block
might want
beginning
to.
at 2:30 a week from tomorrow.
You might want to.
Stay tuned for more information on that. We welcome in Jay Foreman for the crossover. What's up, Jay? How you doing? Ellie.
There he is.
Turn Jay's mic on.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on?
She hates you. It's rude, disrespectful.
I know that's
Wrong
cool.
Jay Feezy.
Yeah, what's popping? What's up? There he is.
Yeah, he is.
He's back.
Yeah.
I'm in the building, Jay. You've been looking up at the screen at me. Now you get to look over at your boy.
Yeah. You back in effect.
2 questions that we had, Jay, last segment. Talking some Victor Wembanyama. We'll start with the one that we had a little bit more discussion on. What's your thoughts? Who is the right coach in the post-Greg Popovich era to get Wemby a title in San Antonio?
Oh,
great question.
Who's the guy? Do we know the name?
Mike Brown.
Okay.
That's what Austin said.
He's a Greg.
He's a Popovich guy.
Yeah. That's it.
Just Mike Brown?
Steve Kerr or somebody like that.
Why Steve Kerr?
Well, first of all, I'm sure in his offense he might score 5 or 6 more points, just spacing. Championship pedigree. He's probably the best coach going right now.
Stricky, we had a thought from Mr. Worldwide in Fallbrook. He also said Steve Kerr. You buying, you selling Steve Kerr in San Antonio, Stricky?
Selling.
Why is that?
I don't think it's a good fit. I mean, for me, I don't have a problem with Steve Kerr. I think he did a good job in the Olympics. I think he does a good job at San Antonio. I mean, and I just think he's a certain style of player, and I don't like the style that he coaches that would fit with what I think Wemby would need stylistically.
Yeah, I can see that.
That's all. There's
yeah.
nothing wrong with him as a coach. I just don't know if stylistically he would be a good fit. I think Ime Udoka would be a good fit for him because you're going to get defense like crazy, and then you're going to also I think where Ime thrives at is the ability to look at personnel, understand what you got, and then use it effectively, and it's not necessarily the same style.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, but Steve Kerr does that too, though.
I don't think so. I think Steve Kerr coaches the style, and they recruit or bring in players to fit style, as opposed to being able to switch up the style.
System player.
Yeah, I think he's a system guy.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and pause 10 quick seconds for station identification here at 93.7 The Ticket.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
So then, Jay, the next question we were having discussion on, who's the best second banana for Wemby? What's the best player type? you put by him to win a chip? What are you looking for?
I'm sure you need somebody like LeBron that can.
No, it's over. No,
I said somebody like LeBron.
Okay, you mean what? Okay, let me understand what you mean by that. No, I heard you say like LeBron.
Did you hear me?
I heard you say like LeBron, but I'm saying,
and then that's the reaction that we got.
No, understand. Understand what I'm saying. Why are you saying like LeBron? What do you mean by that?
Well, I mean, somebody that can, obviously, I call it punch a hole in the defense and essentially get Wemby, like, essentially any shot that he wants to get into his bag.
Are you saying big wing?
Big wing that can get downhill, that's a basketball knowledgeable player that can get him the easy baskets, but then also set him up for the ones that where he can get down like Charlie Brown.
Okay, so I'm gonna throw this player that I threw out because I hear you.
Yeah.
And that's why I said Paolo Banchero.
Oh, yeah. You know what? Probably, yeah.
Something like that. That's what I saw. Someone like him.
Somebody that can be like a point forward if you need to, or back to the basket if you need to. You can obviously get out on the break, physical.
Does it work with Joker?
Him and Joker.
That would be crazy.
That might be just.
Would that be fair? That wouldn't even be fair.
Yeah.
Him and Joker, that wouldn't be fair.
Especially if Joker just decided just to play it like from free throw
point
line
forward.
Up. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it would be.
Sheesh.
But Joker doesn't have the type of speed that he needs.
I said Debansa, but I don't think they're going to get to. But Debansa is.
He's
for real.
coming, Jay.
He's for real. Like I watched this. You know who I really like. That's under. He's not under the radar right now. He's on the radar. Is Gilbert Arenas' son. That young fella is going to be.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's the man amongst boys right
now. Yeah.
And
that
part. Too, right now.
That part. I mean, is he in Arizona?
No, he's in California.
Oh, he's in Cali? Okay.
I mean.
Go ahead.
I mean. Well, but see, the ultimate equalizer is Theo Ratliff got two twins. Both of them.
Does he really?
That's right.
No. Theo Ratliff's wife is like 6'4", 6'5".
Right. So
and he's 6'11". So they gonna be 7-footers.
Well, they are 7 footers.
They already 7-footers.
Yeah, there's not gonna be.
Bruh, when I was around when they got together.
Adonis and Darius Ratliff.
I was around when they got together, and when I saw them at the All-Star game, I said, "Oh yeah, bro, I said you win. I said you was gonna put like whatever you didn't do when them kids come forward." Yeah. They're gonna be able to do.
So that's where
you get
guys like
one?
Kids like that can give them some problems.
Yo, hit us up, Ellie. We need that.
For what?
We already
did it.
We got it.
Oh well, shoot, I'm behind. Okay.
Welcome back, Strick.
This dude here.
We out here.
Damn.
It's
My
okay.
Bad. I'm behind.
Jay, we also had
I still love Jay. Jay, you still my guy.
Recommend your boy.
Who?
Ant-Man. Play with Wemby.
I was gonna say Ant-Man. Yeah.
Negative Ghost Rider.
He just doesn't have the basketball. Like he's got all the skill set.
Are you going Ant-Man or Ja?
Yeah, all day. Come on. I mean, it's Ant-Man. Ant-Man is he's the next coming. He just needs to mature a little bit. He's in a sticky situation in Minnesota. He's stuck there with the French connection, whatever his name is, Rudy Gobert.
What about Luka and?
Luka's not dedicated enough.
Not dedicated enough.
It's Ant-Man.
Mm-hmm.
He's the coldest dude going right now. Because he's a savage.
He is a savage, though.
Straight savage.
I just think he shoots too many threes.
He has to right now.
Shea
can get down, but Shea in the playoffs ain't Shea in the playoffs.
Because Shea and Holmgren already. Are you serious?
That's all I need to see. Where were you? Hello? Lionel Richie. You were nowhere to be found. I'm sorry. You do all this stuff and you get the number one seed and you go and you dookie down your and you hold and you handle the ball.
Not Lionel Richie.
There's no excuse.
Hello.
I mean, how many more times you need to do it? You just did. You hold on. You got traded from the Clippers. You got your own team. You all-star game starter. Then you get number one seed because the excuse before was you didn't get the number one seed. Now you got the number one seed. Now you got the team that you should play good against, and you don't play good. That's all I need to see. But the one dude that said, you know what? You can give me Karl Anthony Towns, who thinks he's a point forward, point center, and the French connection, who he didn't want. and I'm gonna still take the team on the back. And he told the dude, he called a shot. We'll be back, and we came back. So
last question for me. I'm on your point.
Would the Spurs
and you
pair Jaylen Brown with Wemby?
Who?
Jaylen Brown.
Now he is. He's a Spurs type of dude.
Yeah, he's a Spurs.
And
late career Kyrie.
You know who?
I'd even mess with Kyrie.
And you know who else was almost going to be Jaylen Brown, but didn't get to flourish? Was your boy that was at Golden State? I think he's at Sacramento now. Was it Barnes or whatever his name is?
Harrison Barnes.
Scotty Barnes.
He's in San Antonio right now.
Yeah, he's in Harrison Barnes. That he's there.
Type.
He's a couple years too late.
Yeah, he's late.
He's like an old Sean Elliott type.
Mm-hmm. Last question.
West. Yeah.
That's why Michael Finley ended up going there too, because they're kind of the same type of player as the style that they like. Last question. Cat Minnesota or Cat New York?
I'd say ask me in a year.
Okay.
Because he's motivated right now.
Okay.
He's motivated like he was early in his career. Like he's on his best behavior right now. Mm-hmm. You getting the best version of Cat. You got that. He's got that. He's playing with a little bit of dog, I guess, ain't he? He's mad, right? Felt a little disrespected. Mm-hmm. There you go.
There it is.
There it is. Great first show, Stricky. Glad to have you back.
No doubt, man.
Ellie,
old school.
Thanks for coming back to us.
They next.
You did it. Gang's back together. It's been a good show. Thanks to Nebco for sponsoring the show. Check them out at nebcoinc.com.
Shout out to Lighthouse.
Shout out Lincoln Lighthouse. Shout out our friends at Sartor Heyman Jewelers. Shout out our friends at Aloe. A lot of friends of the station here. Really appreciate them. And of course, Blockheads appreciate you. Thanks for chiming in all show long. Keep that same energy up. We got Old School coming up next. DP and Jay will get you there in just a moment.
Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services is here to help you protect things that are most important to you. Whether it's your home, your family, or your future, Jack Russell has the proven experience to get the job done while developing an authentic relationship with you. Give Jack a call today at 402-491-9100 and learn how you can excel in the complicated world of insurance. Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services, a trusted and well-respected representative since 1999.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting lincolnteammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Hello.
Angela, we have to break up.
But why?
Because you're a robot and I'm just a guy.